Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the stream. I've greeted all the guys I've seen there already, but for the rest whose names I don't see, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, all of you guys. It's nice to have you guys here. Good morning, Jet Power. I've got Tommy here with me, and thanks for the chat, Tommy. You said so. Just had to tell you. Yeah, there's Christer as well. All the good old fellows coming together. Gentlemen, I started out this morning thinking I was going to do the Zibo flight, and then I ended up in the LevelUp 800 because I haven't done a test flight in it in quite some time. So just for your information, we're going to do some LevelUp. It's been upgraded. I upgraded mine this morning quickly. Let me just quickly kill the background noise. All right, so I'm on the latest Zibomod in this aircraft, so we're just going to give it a bash, see what happens. Jean-Pierre, goeiemorgen. Yeah, let's see what happens. We're just going to do the reverse from yesterday. And I'm also ready to go, so I'm going to... Takeoff. All right. Before start procedure.
Before start procedure.
Yeah, and Linda's back today. So she said she had a wonderful time looking after the cats yesterday. No issues. So I'm happy she got rest. Now she can focus again. Just check that wind quickly. Right, so we have a variable wind at about 22 knots, gentlemen. Please be aware.
Start procedure complete.
The runway heading is 026, so it's going to come slightly from the left. Just remember that. Right.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Nice. Gentlemen, by the way, for those of you that have not seen it yet, if you're not in the flight itself, we've got 11 pilots this morning. I hope all of them succeed in landing. And then for the guys that have downloaded the LPMA scenery, I never read the manual, and somebody asked me about it yesterday, so I had to go read the manual. There's a small trick if you are using SimHeaven X Europe that you have to do to just get it to look a little bit better. Okay, so...
Start connected and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, we'll release that brake just now. Let me just finish my story, sir. Okay, so... while we are in flight, I'm going to show you the trick if you are using SimHeaven X Europe to get this thing to look a little bit better. You'll see, if you look at my stream yesterday, the roads and the houses and the trees didn't look all that great. I didn't really, think anything about it until I've now seen the difference. So you'll see when I land, it's kind of nicely different now. Gran Canaria traffic Skymatix 001, push back and start Tango 20. There we go.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Start number 2 engine. She didn't hear me. Start number 2 engine. There you go.
Starting number 2 engine.
Thank you, Linda.
Okay, so Skymatix
N2.
Fuel goes in. Ladies and gentlemen watching, you guys are welcome to join us on Aviation to fly with. You don't need permission. We do organize it via Discord. So if you guys feel like flying with us, just full in.
6047, Cole Tower.
Anyway, listen. We do have like a stand that we just reserve for ourselves, so nobody spawn on top of each other. And then the flight plan gets published in Discord as well. And you guys are more than welcome to join.
Traffic Skymatix 356, lining up runway 0S3 right.
Start number 1 engine. Lost it. Start number 1 engine.
Starting
Gran
number
Canaria
1
traffic,
engine.
Skymatix VA stand. T17. Push start.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Standby.
Morning, Gilbert. I don't know. I disabled my labels. Maybe we should just put it on now. Look, see.
25N2.
Where is it? Oh, there.
Gran Canaria traffic, Skymatix VA right, crossing runway 00.
Oh, God's honest, long gone. He's not even here anymore. Morning, Andrew.
Tower is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. And signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
I'm glad you're enjoying Linda. Me too. It's so funny to fly without her now because then I have to do everything and remember everything. My golly.
Starter cutout. Engine start procedure complete.
Ground Skymatix 049, taxi to
Morning, Andreas.
Zulu 7.
Right, so that is done. There is our pin. Before taxi procedure.
Skymatix 049.
Before taxi procedure.
It is, Carl. It's the same. You know, we use shared flight here when we fly together and we share the cockpits in the Zibo. We're all part of the beta group helping Justin test his product there. And I mean, I've flown with Sasso, that you guys know, he's a real pilot. And even for me, the way he does it, I must tell you one thing, it's stressful. It's a story getting in with another pilot, especially a real pilot, you know, then having to fly this thing. And Sasso is such a gracious gentleman, you know, he's always helpful, you know, and if you don't understand exactly what he means or if you're not fast enough, he's at least got some mercy and grace for it, you know.
Keep your altitude below 4,000 until Islet 647.
Alright, so let's have a look-see. Yeah, we're moving. Right. Gran Canaria traffic Skymatix 001, taxi holding point for runway 03 right. Oh, that wind. Look what that wind's doing to me, eh? I'm trying to go one way and it's pushing me the other way. Yeah.
Gran Canaria traffic Skymatix 356, taking off runway 03 right.
Yeah, you were very fortunate, Carl, having that experience. It's nice having someone else. It's just, I think a lot of us flight simmers, we get so used to doing everything ourselves that, it is an adjustment to get used to Linda. But boy, oh boy, when you get in with another pilot, a real person, especially a real pilot, a real 7-3 pilot, yeah, tell you what, it takes a bit of getting used to.
Canaria traffic, Skymatix 04, line up and wait, 03 right.
Skymatix 078 and T17, taxiing to holding boat runway 03 right. Skymatix 078.
Check this cowboy move. There you go. That was good timing. Tommy, are you flying today?
Yes, I am.
Good.
Nico, it's a label on my screen. It says 16 times ground speed. I've never seen that before.
Oh. Wow.
Cabin crew,
Okay, that means
take your
that you
seats,
are in
prepare
time
for takeoff.
acceleration. That's what it means.
So when I released my brakes,
It flew, yeah. Tommy,
Yes.
gentlemen on stream, please help quickly. I don't know the command. Just park quickly. Just stand still. We'll quickly get the command for you, and then we'll help you get out of it, because that's going to mess you up completely. You can't operate
Yes,
like that. Okay, just
thank
hang
you, Nick.
tight. Anybody on stream that knows how to get out of this time acceleration thing and explain, please speak now, or ever hold your peace. But we need your help, guys. Okay, I just want to see what is the distance. Yeah, I can actually still go. Tommy, if I park off here now, I've got a couple of minutes because I need to clear traffic before me, so I'll look it up for you just now, okay? Doesn't seem the guys on stream know either. Control T. Press Control T, see if it takes it away. Thanks, Carl.
Control T, yes.
Okay, press it and see if it takes the problem away.
No, sorry, not.
Time.
It's a new label coming up. It says 2.4 times.
Yes, it's Alt and T. Thank you, Carl. He says no, it's Alt and T. I'm actually going to remove mine because that's crap.
65 for push and start, Skymatic 465.
There we go, gone. I just deleted that thing out of my sim.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Got the call.
Okay. Christer just said you might have to press it, more than once to just get out of it, but that is the command, yeah. Alt and T.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Guy.
Okay.
Skymatic 04, takeoff, runway 03.
If you press the Control T, Tommy, just make sure that there isn't anything else coming up on your screen showing that there's a time acceleration happening, eh?
Everything is gone now, so I think it's all right now.
Good.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Rui. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, sorry, but good morning, welcome.
Taxiing to holding point runway 03 right. Christer as well.
Thank you, Christer, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Approaching 03 right.
Gotcha. Right. Tommy says you're welcome. Ach, Christer says you're welcome, Tommy. That's what I mean.
Thank you, Neko. It's good to have the community when things happen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's the anti-aliasing. I think it's more related to xEnviro than anything else, to be honest. It's something that happens during a certain time of day, and it's part of the simulation. You know, it's part of the weird idea Laminar has got about cockpit light intensities and things. Now we wait.
Echo Charlie Foxtrot Charlie 4 at crossing the Fuerteventura with a beam tower.
Oh, that coffee at least is good. I hope you guys have got coffee. This might be a while. I mean, when I taxi into position and all, it's going to be another 4 minutes. So maybe if you guys need coffee, you can run quickly. Hey, Kevin, move it. I don't know if you heard me, but we tried.
Tower, Skymatix VA Flight, crossing runway 03 left, Skymatix VA Flight.
Imagine you can chat at somebody like that for real. It's funny. Don't think it will work in the real world.
Leaving the cockpit for 2 minutes.
Okay. That was one of the things that went through my mind just now, Christer. There he goes. 4 minutes before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
Skymatix 001, line up and hold to runway 03 right at Gran Canaria. I think it was given. If it's not given, I apologize.
Ready for before takeoff checklist. Runway 03 right confirm.
On runway 03
Before takeoff
right.
checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Flaps 5, green light.
Flaps 5 set, green light, detent. Stabilizer trim. 5 units set. Transponder. TARA set. Before takeoff checklist complete. I am ready for your takeoff.
Great. Now we just hold for 4 minutes.
Back in the cockpit.
Shop. I've got another minute and 15. I'm lying, 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go.
On runway 03 right. On runway 03 right.
No, traffic Skymatix 465, taxiing via Romeo 3, Romeo 2 to holding point for runway 3 right.
Gentlemen, I've got 60 seconds to wait before I can go. Please remember 4 minutes.
Roger that.
Prepare.
I'm sorry, Andrew. I wish I could switch it off, but I can't. The best I can do is from aggressive to medium intensity, then to conservative. I've got it on the conservative settings because that's the least intrusive, but it's not my choice, eh? Morning, George. Right, so there's our train forming already. Where are you gonna go just now? Right, I've just gone over my time, I noticed. And toga, gentlemen.
Stabilized.
Good luck, Tico.
Thank you to you guys as well.
Takeoff thrust set.
Gran Canaria traffic, Skymatix 008, lining up,
80
runway
knots.
03 right.
Throttle hold. V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Acceleration altitude.
And command A.
Who is Skymatix 008?
That's Anthony.
He was beside me, but he just disappeared.
Oh. I hope he didn't have a simulator crash.
008, lined up, 03 right.
He's still there. I can hear him on the radio, Tommy.
Yes, he was moving around very fast, but now he's lining up again, so...
Must be a network thing.
Yeah, no problem.
Flaps
2 minutes to go.
upset.
I think the only way, guys, that you're going to get rid of the ads is if you go YouTube Premium. You have to be a subscriber, because then your subscription fee basically takes care of the advertising. If you're not a YouTube subscriber, I'm not talking a Skymatix channel subscriber, I'm talking YouTube subscriber, like YouTube Premium. Then unfortunately you have to pay for the bills that they have, you know, and that's where the advertising then comes in. So one of those unfortunate grudge things that we just have to live with.
Seconds.
George, I promise you, in comparison to some of the other guys, it's not very popular. I think most of the people who come here are serious flight sim people who want to learn. It's not just about entertainment, right? So I'm happy. Look, I mean, I almost never started this channel, so I'm just glad I did and that you guys are here. As long as you enjoy what we do, I'm happy. As time goes on, I want to start doing more tutorials. I've had this dream of doing tutorials for many years, but life, man. Life threw me a couple of curveballs. Thank you, George. Yeah, Steve, now you see that £12 a month in the UK, I have to multiply by 26 or 27 now.
078, lining up,
you know, it's
runway 03 right.
It's money for food that I'm giving away, so I'll rather buy food, unfortunately, for YouTube. I can't afford that.
Transition altitude.
You know, in part of the beginning, I used to play music before the stream start, and I had access to this wonderful music, and it was like $15 a month, US dollars. And our currency was still okay. We could still afford it and all. Even that I gave up. And I might have found a new service provider that can actually give me, a local company that can give me non-copyrighted music. But I haven't investigated further. I just got the notice that they invited me to have a look. So maybe one day we'll start doing that again.
What's up, Nico?
Hey, good morning, Christian. Can you?
Oh, good morning to you too.
Are you okay? Doing well?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, doing excellent. Oh, yeah. We did a test
Flight level
sector with
100.
Neil today
Landing
from
lights switches off.
two airports in New Zealand.
Cool. No, Andrew, you guys are still lucky. You guys are still lucky. Okay. Got it, Tommy.
India Bravo Bravo 4072. Any reason why you're not moving forward?
Where are you flying to, Nico?
We're going Gran Canaria back to Madeira. Just the reverse of yesterday. Yeah.
It's always a fun airport when you get crosswinds.
Yeah, we had fun yesterday with the winds. Even in this takeoff, I must tell you that wind was lively. It made me work a little bit there. But it's nice. I mean, you can't fly on rails every time. You have to have a bit of a challenge, you know?
That'll really put in your crosswind correction technique to skill, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Always kind of reminds me of just shortly after doing my first cross country down to Port of Astoria and having to do some crazy landings in the crosswinds over in Western Washington.
I had a friend, at Lanceria, FALA, it's the ICAO for that airport. He gave up flying because of the crosswinds. He just said, no, my life.
30 seconds.
Okay, my life is worth more than that. He just gave up. He couldn't handle it. Just gave up.
Oh no, that's a shame to hear.
Yeah. He's ophthalmologist or something. It's not a normal eye doctor. It's something a little bit higher up the sky. And he had a huge practice and all. And I think, he just weighed up everything that was going on and he just said, nah.
Gran Canaria, traffic, Skymatix VA Flight, taking off runway 03.
Yeah, it's, I mean, you might as well learn it. Sorry about that, go ahead.
I just said Toga.
Oh, okay. Okay. What it boils down to is you got to learn that skill early on, right? And it's going to be scary the first 10, 15 times you first initially do it, especially when you're in a Cessna and you land, the left wheel, then the right wheel, and then the main, or vice versa, depending on when the crosswind's going. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's supposed to. I mean, it's going to feel unnatural, but I mean, especially the side picture when you have the plane pointing one direction, but you're tracking another. I mean, it's a lot of fun for me. I think it's kind of an adrenaline junkie, especially with the crosswinds.
You have to have the aptitude. One of my other friends, he flew all over the world. He flew King Airs. One day he said to me, he also was in, but was it now Afghanistan? Worked for the UN, flew for the UN during the war. Ooh. And they got in a storm one night. And the captain, he was still a first officer in the King Air. The captain froze and nearly died. He couldn't handle it and he had to fly the plane. And he refused. He said to them he's never flying with that guy ever again. He just couldn't do it. Normal flying was not a problem. But in the storm, the oak just flaked away. It was useless. And, so you hear all kinds of stories. That's why I say it's not for everybody. You can be as much as you want. When you think you're going to die, people handle it differently.
I had a really bad icing encounter in 172, and that just made me, I'd say, a really good pilot, after experiencing really bad icing in a 172 in Western Washington. Yeah. On my, I was working on my instrument rating at the time, and we were shooting in Olympia we were shooting the approach into Olympia. It was the VOR-35 into KOLM. That was the ICAO identifier. And we came in, we ended up going into a cell, and by the time we exited the cell, I looked at the windscreen and you couldn't see anything because it was just so much ice on the windscreen. And I looked at and that fast. I mean, it accumulated within a matter of 2 minutes. And I looked at the wings. I was like, yeah, we need to descend immediately.
Wow.
So I got on the ACC. I was like, hey, we need an expedite descend down to 2,000. We were only at 3,000 when it happened.
Yeah.
Fastest icing I'd ever crewed. And I was like, you know what? It's one thing to get icing on the windscreen and the wings. The worst thing the worst place, believe it or not, to get icing is on the tail. Yeah, I'd rather have ice on the wing than the elevator. No thanks. So of course we landed, and after that I was like, well, that'll get you on your toes. And it's one of those things where it's like, it probably would have been a couple more minutes, and we would have been losing altitude and airspeed big time. It was mixed too. It was mixed ice. It was not even rime or clear. It was just mixed, combination of both.
We're lucky here. It's too warm for icing, really. Okay, it's got to be pretty cold in winter before we get icing. Because I mean, it's not like we don't get it. We do, but it's not on the scale. Let me put it that way. That you guys would have it in the northern hemisphere at all, not in the same scale. I've never experienced it. I've never been in a plane that has experienced it. So foreign. It's a foreign concept.
The X-Plane 12 has done a little bit better job of it, like where you're flying, especially in the G airplanes, and you start to notice how it's blurry outside. That is one realistic aspect of it. But what I'd like to see in the future is where you see like ice hit, and then, because I mean it's perfectly normal to see water hit the wing and then you just see it run off, right? You just want to make sure that it's continuously flowing. It's when you see it flow and then stop behind the flight control surfaces.
Yeah.
That's when you're getting clear ice.
Yeah. Christer, coming to your comment there, this engine out taxiing, I think that will be nice. I must just quickly read up again and just make sure I don't talk porkies on stream, and then we can do an engine out taxi kind of a thing for you. Not sure when, but we can look at that kind of thing. And yeah, I'm also aware of the Black Box 711 tutorials and things like that. So George, it's basically, I think Black Box 711 comes from the streamer. It's the same guy that used to stream, or he's still streaming, and he's just put a website together with a whole bunch of tutorials and stuff. I don't know if there's anything more specific or special about it, Christer. You can answer George there, but that's what I have available to me right now in my knowledge base. And the engine out taxi is not a big thing. I just need to speak to the real pilots to make sure, that I get the story right. Yeah, now that we're flying a little bit lower, our top of descent is obviously a little bit further, because yesterday it was so quick, so fast. Let's quickly do the winds anyway. Oh.
Thousand to level off.
Nico, did you change the trim wheel sound? It kind of sounds different.
It is level up that I'm flying. I'm not flying the Zibo, so their sounds are different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the trim wheel sounds really good.
Yeah, the sounds and stuff in the takeoff is totally different. The guy who made it really, really, you know, meant business. You can hear it.
Oh wow, look at that. What's the name of that plugin for the audio?
B2 volume, I think. It's a Lua script. B2 volume.
Okay, thank you.
They've got a different philosophy than what AudioBird had. You have to have in the level up, your exterior sounds must be full out. See, if you bring it down, you lose a lot of the sound. So that one has to be on maximum volume, and then you just have to mix, play around with the master to get the actual volume that you want for the situation that you want. Oh wow, that was a pretty nice screenshot and I missed it. Let's take a couple of screenshots. I'm going to let it go around again. That was really
running
cool.
up on runway.
Oh yeah, with the sun in the background.
05 right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good. I like the new paint job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna play around with the paint kit one of these days. I want to learn how to make my own skin.
Yeah, I wish I had the talent to do that. If I had the talent to do something like this, I promise you I would be doing one a week, just let the creative juices flow, but I'm too stupid for that. I don't have the flair for it at all.
Yeah, the guys that do this, I mean, it's incredible. Some of the guys that'll be able to pull off some pretty incredible stuff. There was a guy that used to make Alaska Airlines liveries. Like the second they would come out with a brand new one for the airline, a week later, boom, there it is for the Zibo. I was like, holy smokes.
Christian? Alright, I'm back. Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, my wife came in just at the very last word of your last sentence. So, sorry I didn't respond earlier, but she's come
That's
to
okay.
ask me some stuff. how far are we? Top of the descent. Okay, it's very, very close. 104 nautical miles.
It'll be a fun landing to watch.
Yeah. Did you check yesterday's landing? I think you were here.
Yeah, no, it was. They were doing intersection departures out of there.
1027.
Well, it was like the other day I was flying up to Dead Horse up in Alaska, and when I was coming to land, I had a 40-knot headwind. I mean, it looked like I was floating.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I bet that's me because I've got something.
Artie's talking on stream, on the radio. Now I lost what I wanted to do. Let me just get back my focus here quickly. Yes, landing. So I'm going to, yeah.
Is it 026? I think it was 049.
No. The 026 was the takeoff runway. 049 is the landing runway.
Oh.
That's exactly what I'm looking at now. I need to change this to 49.
Oh, sorry, Nick, about that.
No problem. Yeah, we need to set up all these things. I'm going to do the RNAV Zulu for runway 05. And we're going to have to work through this. This is an RNP 0.10 approach, so we're going to have to be really, really careful here.
Now, Nico, if I'm correct, do you arm both autopilots for the 0.1 approach, like you do in the Airbus for a 0.1 approach?
Negative.
No, very nice. Very nice.
Now, what we do is we do this. We go here.
Yeah,
to the next
the
page. Where is it? There it is. We just go 0.1. So now the aircraft knows that it has to be more precise. Alright, so that takes care of that. And I'm just now trying to look at this approach plate quickly. We have to be at 2000 mandatory 893.90. ABC, okay, RNP, okay, our minimum is 520. $600 is fine for us. We'll do auto brake 3. We don't want to end up in the sea. Fortunately, it's a nice long runway. Right, so coming down 600, 049 is there, and then does this chart show a VOR? I know there's a VOR, or should be a VOR. Let's go have a look. Approach, RNP, second to land, VOR. Oh, it's not at the airport, it's that other one off there. Funchal, 112.2. And it's called Fun. Foxtrot Uniform November, Fun.
What, the name?
Yeah. Aptly named. 1, 1, 2, 2. Right.
That's so cool they added the heads-up display. That's so much fun.
Absolutely. All right. So we've put the option to use that.
Cool, and you've already got your land elevation?
Yep.
Cool, you're all ready to party.
Yep. Airport's elevation is 191, and I see this runway where we're coming to land is 146. cavalcade simulation, I had to step away. My father passed away, not the last Monday, the previous Monday. So between family, work, and everything else that had to be organized for the funeral and all the insurance companies involved and doctors, hospitals, whatever else, I just had to step away a little bit. Yes, Carl. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. I didn't tell many people. I mean, if I wasn't asked now, I wouldn't have said anything anyway. It's just one of those things. Life happens. We just had to go through the whole process and do something about it. Thanks, George. Yeah, it's funny. It was the first time in many, many, many years I never touched, or let me rather rephrase that, I never flew in the simulator. I started the Zibo up. I did some, minor things on the ground, but I never flew it. So it's funny. Yesterday was the first flight back in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's weird.
CPTC and a fan.
Sorry?
There was a guy that joined CPTC and a fan. I was wondering, it made me kind of chuckle because that's where I went to school at CPTC.
Okay.
Kind of interesting. That's like, all right, you a student there?
Morning, Neil. All okay now, thank you. Yeah, thanks, guys. One of those things.
I'll be right back.
Good. Thanks, Heidi. Well, I'm glad you're back. Heidi, you must come say hello again. We miss you. At least I miss you. Thanks, Steve.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'm a massive fan.
Thank you. Welcome. Thanks for joining.
I'm doing a flight from Madeira down to Gran, Canaria. So, what you were doing in your last video.
Cool. This is a nice little flight. The only thing is there's not much to look at. You've got the ocean. So there's a lot of nothing growing like 6 foot tall all the way, But other than that, this is really a nice flight. It's short, sweet, and challenging, So it's really cool. I enjoy it.
Yeah, a nice little
Wow, this sound pack is really different. Wow. George, you'll have to come ask the developer here on Discord. Just come ask him. Remember they're trying to simulate the real world, right? And in the real world, it is what it looks like. Whatever they can set, I don't know. But you'll have to speak to the developer here, see what he says. You must also be aware. Let me just show you something. Okay, so I've got keyboard shortcuts, but you know about this brightness thing? And also, you see, look, it's not very useful right now, right? But if you click here in the top right-hand corner, you can put up like this glare shield thing at the back. I don't know what you call it really, but then at least it makes it more useful. You understand? So, it looks like this alignment has changed again. I'm flying level up, not Zibo, so it's very possible. So yeah, okay, anyway, I'll set it back later, but Just check. There we go. Okay, no, that's fine. That's wrong. That's what we want.
What
There we go.
livery are you using?
Skymatix. This is... Ooh, there's aircraft carrier. I pressed shift and 3 and that's what I got. So there's the livery.
I'm using your Skymatix livery.
Cool. Yeah. If you go to x-plane.to, there's a whole bunch of liveries you can download there. For Skymatix specifically. Gavok, I updated my one personally this morning, so I am on the latest Zibomod. Alright, so I'm not sure yet how we are going to handle the updates for the public. It's interesting, after 7 years, this is the 8th year of the project, that people are still struggling to install it. So if we introduce another option to do this manually, it is so easy. But I'm not looking forward to the first 6 years of trying to teach people how to do it, you know. I'm making a joke, but you get what I'm saying. It's very easy to update it, okay? I'm not going to tell you right now because I don't know what Zibo and Peter will decide at the end of the day. They need to come up with a plan. And then obviously we'll incorporate that. I'll put it in the guide as well, you know, just to make sure we cover it from our side, from the Zibo side. And then I don't know how LevelUp is going to handle it. I don't know. Because, I mean, they don't have an install guide as such that I'm aware of. And... you know, somebody's going to have to show you and teach you. I'll make a quick video. It's a 30-second job or less, 10-second job, if you know what you're doing. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be fun trying to teach you guys how to do it. George, the LevelUp is built around the Zibo systems. They've got their own airframe and they've obviously got their own graphics teams and things, okay? So the graphics is totally different. If you look at the sheepskin and stuff, you can see the graphics, the knobs, everything is different. And all of the graphics here is getting an upgrade at this point in time, eh? It's going to be, as far as I can remember, and don't hold me to this, but we're talking mega upgrade, like 4K or 8K updates. That's the guys are busy with, you know, so don't hold me to it. I just heard, you know, in the hallways passing by. So the graphics obviously is theirs, the sound is theirs, the airframe is theirs, but everything else is Zibo, you know, so we'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. I wish Peter would just, you know, get to move on. He's obviously busy in real world, guys, and you need to understand that. You know, we're all doing this as a hobby. We're not doing this as a job. We're not getting paid for it. You know, it's nice to get the donation every now and then, but it doesn't really pay the bills. You know, we need to still work. We have got families and things like that. So when he's ready, I think you guys will be really happy to fly with it. Yeah, I think that'll be standard. The short video will be a standard feature. I will definitely show you. We'll go through the steps with you. It's easy as putting a pie, but again, I know people. I know some of the people using the Zibomod and how long it's taken to just get them to install this thing. Alex, that wrote the Easy Zibo installer for us, has already incorporated or is busy incorporating the code, okay? So if you guys struggle, you can always revert using the program to help you install it. That will be in place as well. But it's not rocket science. You just have to understand basic computers, you know. Open a zip file, copy from the zip file into an existing folder, overwrite the files, say yes to all, and go fly, you know.
am I allowed to show you my screen here? Or...
You can. I just can't really concentrate on giving you too much support right now, but you can show. It's a bit loud. Just now my wife's going to come screaming up the stairs again. What are you doing? Make it softer. Turn it down.
Nico, can I give you a question?
Yeah.
I see you have 600 on the altitude.
Yes.
But the mandatory said 2,000. What is the...
No, the mandatory 2,000 is at that point where it wants you to be at 2,000, and the point is it's your final approach point, which is MA522. You have to be at 2,000 over there, but from there on you need to descend. Okay, and then wait, I'm going to share my screen. Let me just change my screen here and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Change window, change screen, screen 1, go. And guys on stream, just bear with me. I'll share my screen with you guys as well. Display capture, there you go. All right, Tommy, can you see it?
Yes.
All right, so MA522, there is MA522. See my mouse over there?
Yes.
Right, so at that point, it's mandatory to be at 2,000. But the moment you leave that point, you're going to go into that spiral dive to go down to meet the runway, okay? Now, if you look at your minimums, I've set my FMC to RNP 0.10 already. Okay, so I can go down to 520, but you can't set 500 or 520 in the MCP because then you're going to be too low. This is a decision height, so you can't descend below that until you know you're ready, right? So what I did was I put it on 600 because once I get to 600, it gives me like 80 foot to make my decision, am I landing or going around? You understand?
Okay, I understand.
Yeah. So from MA522, you see maximum speed is 160. We're going to have to slow down. From where we get onto our approach, we're going to have to really slow down and make sure we meet the speeds and everything that goes in there, you know, so that we can actually manage this descent, so that we're not too high or too fast. See?
Okay, I understand. Thank you very much, Nico.
No problem. There's our lovely little train, eh? Look at these guys. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, really amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Neil, unfortunately I can't force the situation, you know. All I'm going to do now when I've done this flight and I'm happy is I'm going to send my report in. I'm going to say I'm happy or no, I'm not happy and this is the reason why and whatever, and then we wait again.
Do you play X-Plane 11 as well?
No. My computer can't handle X-Plane 11.
Damn.
Yeah, it's just too complicated with 11. I had so many issues with it, even with the setup that I have. But you know, now with 12, I could pretty much almost, you know, max out the specs and run Sim Heaven and AutoOrtho, and it's just fine. It's just, and then you're not going to be able to leverage all of the different capabilities of the new Zibo and everything else that's coming out with 11. It's just you're hitting a physical limitation in 11. So there's nothing that you're gaining from 11 from 12 now.
The thing is, I'm using AMD graphics, and because there is no Zink, and AMD doesn't play nicely with the Vulkan or OpenGL for that matter, I can't use 11 anymore because I'm getting a FPS of like 20, 19, 18. It's crap. You can't do anything with it. So I had to reluctantly give it up. Now with 12 and Zink, I mean, I'm pushing normal frame rates, no problem. 40, 50, 60, depending on the situation. Let's see what the frame rate is now. Now I'm pushing 38, 37. Look there. It's not bad. But without Zink, if I switch Zink off, I'm back to like 18, 19, 20. It's crazy. It's useless. You can't do it.
What graphics card do you have?
It's an AMD RX 6700 XT.
Nice. I got a Swift 319, which is the 6070 XT as well.
Yeah. All you need to do is just keep your Zink on, because the moment that Zink goes off, then XP is useless. Right, let's get back to the stream, guys. George, you know where that comes from? Is because I've struggled my whole life with so many things, and I've never had anybody that was running in front of me that could impart a lot of things. Recently, as in January, I met a gentleman in the real world that is now like my mentor and teaching me a whole bunch of things. He owns a huge company, and he's, helping me set up some new stuff and all. And it's the first time in my life I've had like a mentor, but my whole life I've had to be the one to figure things out and struggle. And one day, many years ago, I just decided, you know what, I don't want other people to struggle like I have. So for me, it's a joy to impart my knowledge. It's just what I do. I get a kick out of it. If I can teach somebody something, if I can do something that you guys enjoy. So I sometimes, I mean, I'm only human, right? So sometimes I do get into a position where I do feel like, you know what, I'm either going to slap you or I'm going to be really patronizing with some of the users, because when somebody does not want to learn and they just want to be spoon-fed, that's the only time I really get a little bit, upset, and you can probably pick up in my voice or in the tone that I type to you. You really need to go and bloody help yourself, man. I mean, nobody is available 24/7 to spoon feed you. But other than that, what I do is I love what I do, and I love imparting the knowledge, and I love helping people. And I've seen the growth in Discord here, where there are now a lot of little Nikos in parentheses running around here helping other people again. I've been able to empower a lot of other people to help other people, and it's nice, man. I think that's what makes the community more unique than other people, and I try. But if you ever anybody that's listening, not just you, George, anybody that listens, if you ever pick up in my voice or in the tone I'm talking to you, just remember I'm also human. I could have an off day. And that's one of the reasons I just pulled out of the community for 2 weeks now. I had a terrible time for 2 weeks. It was not fun, and then there's no point in trying to help somebody, and then I work on my own nerves, or, misjudge something or say something the wrong way, and people get upset, so. Hello, Ranky. Andrew, yes, yeah. Let me quickly show you guys. I wanted to show you about Madeira. I wanted to show you this thing quickly. Give me a second. It's very important. If you guys use this new Madeira scenery in conjunction with Sim Heaven stuff, okay, you guys you absolutely need to set it up correctly. Okay, so I'm going to quickly share my screen here again. Tommy, I'm not sharing it here on Discord. You already saw it. If you other guys want to see it, you need to tell me, and I'll share it in Discord. Otherwise, just watch on YouTube quickly. If you're going to install the LPMA scenery, the new one, and you do not use SimHeaven, don't worry about this. If you use SimHeaven, Alain, then what you need to do is you need to move number 2 and 3 to a position below your X-Europe, okay? And if you do not do that, then you're going to have issues with the roads and with the trees and the little buildings and the stuff, okay? So you need to have that at the bottom, okay? So that's the only trick when you install the LPMA with AutoOrtho for me, okay? In the manual that you get with it, the guy actually tells you how to make your own tile if you're using Auto for XP, and he tells you some other stuff there. But for me, in my install, this was the only thing I had to do. And obviously, I had to save it and make sure that it remains in that position, because I had to save it twice, believe it or not. The first time X Organizer, I put it there, exited X Organizer, I went back and it was lying here at the top. Okay, we don't want it at the top, it must be there. So the next time, obviously I just drag it down, I went out, it saved it, I came back, and then it was perfect. But this is the bare minimum, this is what you need to do, okay? Number 2 and 3 needs to be below Europe if using AutoOrtho. Okay, Harry, I presume you're gone now by this time, but just for the record, have a good day, man. We'll talk later. Neil, no, I can't. They're sitting in Australia, mate. They're far away from me. I can't even reach them. Steve, yes, when I fly into the Netherlands, depending on the actual direction and the place in the Netherlands, you are going to get a bit of an FPS drop. I'm not sure how big mine is. It might not be 20, but it could be more. I just don't know. I just know the Netherlands, around about Manchester, northern Spain, those are notoriously very badly optimized areas in X-Plane, man. So I've come to live with it. One of the things that I also found, Steve, I'll show you this as well. If you go to your graphic settings, what I had to do is I had to put my shadow quality at the lowest, which means I only have shadows with the aircraft. Okay, so the other shadows in the sim is now disabled. That alone gave me like 20, 30 frames back. It's crazy, especially there with Amsterdam scenery from Flight Tampa. You pull that thing to 0, whoop, FPS back, no problem. But the reason for it, and it's not just their scenery, there are plenty of guys who have taken their old scenery, they've converted it to 12, but they forgot to take away the shadow that they used in X-Plane 11. And that shadow creates a massive FPS drop. And I mean, the developers, the scenery developers that I know personally, I've discussed it with them, and that's why I know what it's all about. And they all said, yeah, they'll look at it in the future, but you know, I haven't seen movement on it yet. But that one big trick gives you a lot of FPS back, because otherwise they draw the shadows on every building, every nook and cranny, every tree, every flippin' car that drives, every man that stands there. You know, it's crazy what that thing does to your FPS. And thank you, Scotsman.
I noticed you have the clouds also to minima in the graphic.
Yeah, because I use xEnviro. I don't have to have the settings for the X-Plane 12 clouds up. I don't use them, you see.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Now, do you do the same thing for active sky? If you were to do the same thing, would you turn the shadows all the way down? Not the shadows, but the cloud data all the way down if active sky is primary?
No, then it's going to look crap, because active sky uses the X-Plane clouds. You know, then you have to set it to, you know, to where your PC can handle it.
Okay, so the only thing active sky, in my opinion, does is it just tells the simulator where to draw the clouds.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ready
that's
for
fair.
approach checklist.
All right, so guys, I've spoken a lot. I need to start concentrating. I'm going to have to start pulling flaps and doing things here. Good morning, Seal. And Abisal, I have no idea. Morning, Jack. I have no idea when this thing is going to be released.
Flap
We
1
all
set.
just have to wait for the powers that be to give it to us. Right, gentlemen, I'm slowing down. Like we said, we need to be at 160 knots max there at that one mandatory position. So now it's going to get interesting. Yeah, that's true.
Flaps 5 set. Flaps 10 set.
Right, so there you go. Behind me, me, in front of me. There's the little blimp, you can barely see it there. No, I'm okay. I hope. Right, speed brake arm, auto brake arm, the cabin secure, landing lights is on. Everything else seems to be okay. I actually had it off. Abisal, I think what we need to do, remember this is not the Zibomod, okay? What we need to do is we need to talk to this developer, because one of the things he did do for the Zibomod was he took out some of the clutter in the background. I mean, all these blotches and things, you know, that can definitely be made less to be more in line with the Zibomod. But I'll speak to Peter and him and see what we can do, because that is a little bit that much.
Flaps 25 set.
Looking really good so far.
Flaps 15 set.
Madeira traffic, Skymatix VA Flight 9, descending to 2000 feet, Skymatix VA Flight.
What side of the runway?
05.
You've got the tricky approach. Well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Flaps 30 set. Ready for landing checklist.
Madeira traffic Skymatix 001, turning base runway 05. Oh, I need to set my X camera shortcut so it goes to the correct position for the HUD. I'll do it afterwards if I remember.
1000 to level off.
Madeira traffic Skymatix 008. Descending
Thank you, Neil.
4000, entering downwind for 05.
I've never landed here with this HUD. I hope it doesn't confuse me. You see, if you look outside now, look the difference. Just because I changed the layering in the INI file, look, now I've got trees, I've got the buildings. See, roads are all of a sudden looking better. That's the big difference, just in the layering, you know, setting it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
big difference, Nico.
Yeah. See, there's a lot of stuff here. Scotsman, I'm sorry. I hope they don't understand everything. Anyway, we'll get there.
Cleared to land runway 05.
400. 300. 200. 100. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, skew and all, but we made it. Wow. That was stupid. But anyway, we made it. It wasn't that hard at least.
Nice touchdown.
Thank you so much.
60 knots.
Yeah, we made it. We made it.
Great landing. You are professional.
After landing procedure.
After landing procedure.
Madeira traffic Skymatix 001, runway vacated. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Good.
Whoop, whoop. Amazing.
After landing procedure complete.
Wrong button.
Flaps upset.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You need to speak to Aero Guitarist about that, Krister. He'll be the one that can maybe change it.
Traffic Skymatix 008, final runway 05.
There he is. See, without the labels, you've got to really, really look very closely where these guys are. I can tell you one thing, the separation this morning looks pretty impressive.
Is that your landing or is that someone else's landing?
No, this is someone else. I'm on the taxiway about to park, but he's so close, so I thought I'd just show you. This is Anthony coming in.
Ah, nice. Okay.
That's pretty nice. It's a pity the network, you know, it's not very smooth and on it. But he made it. He made it. Welcome, Anthony.
Is that multiplayer?
Yeah. Madeira. Sorry.
I've always wondered how you would do
Traffic,
multiplayer.
Skymatix VA Flight, runway vacated.
Sorry, you have to repeat what you just said. Anthony's talking.
Welcome to Madeira.
I always wondered how you do multiplayer next.
Okay, yeah, we use Aveo for multiplayer. If you want to join Aveo, you're more than welcome to fly with us.
Pardon?
And break
Is it like
set.
a website?
Yeah, go to iveo.aero and then you can join in and start learning how to use it and all, and then fly with.
Sure.
Right, so that is done. Shutdown procedure.
Shutdown procedure.
Is it just IVAO?
Yeah, ivao.aero.
Shutdown procedure complete.
Right, the next person is Tommy. Tommy, good luck, sir.
Thank you very much.
Then it's Jean-Pierre, and then it's Mario. Who's this? Arthur, Artie, he's in there. Yeah, Artie is the last guy, so we've got 4 more guys.
BTC, where are you flying into? Same airport, just a different approach?
Sorry, say again?
The CBTC and a fan, is he flying into the same airport with you guys?
No.
About to line up and take off, so announce your intentions,
Yeah,
please.
I'm flying to Gran Canaria.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's doing the
But
opposite.
I'm trying to join that thing, that
Ivao.
Yeah, that. I'm gonna have to go now because I need to plug in my headphones. So,
No
have
problem.
a nice day, guys.
You too. Thanks for joining.
See ya.
Bye. Scotsman, I brought tents. So the guys that don't get accommodation, you know, there seems to be an opening somewhere here, you know, next to the ocean. We'll pitch a few tents. Yeah, we always come prepared. We don't take nonsense, man. We know how to look after each other and ourselves.
Well, good flying as always, guys. I'm gonna get going. I got a conference to be at in the morning.
Okay, sleep well. Bye.
Bye.
Right, so just for information purposes, let's go find this thing again. Just look at the labels. There's the next guy. This could be interesting. Yeah, the guy taxiing on the runway jumped the gun a little bit there. We've got traffic coming in, and he decided he's gonna go and taxi that way. Tommy, he should be off the runway by the time you touch down, so just try not to hit him. Oh, you made it. You've gone past him. Perfect. Perfect.
That was a funny guy.
Yeah, but you did well. You just went over him and you did what you had to do. That was actually really cool. You did a good landing, Tommy. Welcome.
Madeira traffic, Skymatix VA Flight, I missed approach, go around.
Thank you, sir.
Skymatix VA Flight.
Madeira traffic, Skymatix resonates, vacated the runway. Taxi to the gate.
This guy started his takeoff run way before you said you were off the runway. I mean, if you burst a tire or got stuck right there because of a cat running over the runway or the taxiway, you would have been in trouble.
He never says something, he never texts something.
No, I saw some of his texting, but he never said he's taking off. He said, yeah, lining up and taking off, and that was as you were landing. But
yeah,
after that,
right.
He said nothing. He just went for it. Yeah, Krister, it happens, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not going to waste my time to wallop him. Maybe one day he sees the video and he sees he was a bit of an ass. That's his problem. Right, so Mario is next, and then it is probably going to be Artie and then Jean-Pierre again. Jean-Pierre was too high, that's why he did the go around. Christer. That's Mario, sorry. That's the guy that just took off. That's Mario. I had the wrong guy there. Okay, George, thanks for stopping by. Have a great Sunday, eh?
Miranda traffic, Skymatix 465 on approach on the RMP approach for runway 05. Miranda traffic.
Madeira traffic, Winter 4072, landing runway 05 Madeira.
Hey, Michael, good morning. There you go. Welcome, Mario. Right, so between Artie and Jean-Pierre, they're going to have to nominate who comes first. Who's that one? 465, that's Artie.
Traffic, Winter 4072,
Jean-Pierre.
traffic, runway vacated, sorry, Madeira traffic.
traffic, Skymatix VA 49 on final 05, Skymatix VA.
There you go, welcome. That's Artie and that's JP behind him. Move it, Artie, move it, move it. Did he lost his nose wheel? Or at least it looks like the network is displaying that. Oops. Okay, come Jean-Pierre.
Runway clear.
Nice, look at that. Look at that.
Runway vacated, Skymatix VA 49.
You're welcome, Geert, Michael. Yeah, you came a bit late, but the video is up. You can watch it. Gentlemen, ladies, if there are any, thank you for watching and your support. Thanks to all the flyers, all the captains flying with today. It's amazing to have you here. And we'll do it again next week. Things should start to get a bit more normal for me this week after all that's happened. And I'm a little bit behind in work. Okay, so the only reason I'm going to probably be a bit scarce still this week is just to try and catch up. Okay, but other than that, we'll see you when we see you guys. And you guys must have fun for the rest of your weekend. You're welcome, Steve.
Thank you very much, Nico.
All right.
Hello.